Finding car deals is the #1 skill a car flipper needs to learn. Because if you're able to find a deal, you'll be able to resell it for more than you bought it for. And knowing what to look for is gonna save you thousands. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how I find the cheapest cars on Facebook Marketplace and what I've learned in the last 6 years of flipping cars. So let's get started. All right, we're here on Facebook Marketplace, so let's just start looking for a car and see what we can find. This is gonna be the first car we click because it seems like a pretty cheap car for what it is. The miles aren't too high, and it's $2,600. And I would consider it actually, and I'd try to go there and negotiate the price. The only thing I see though is it's firm on price, so I'm not gonna deal with it because they aren't really gonna lower the price, and we could maybe get $3,000 for it. Let's check this one out because it actually seems really cheap for what it is. Runs great, no check engine light, needs new tires, brakes, windshield. So it seems like it has a couple things that need to be fixed up. It has 193,000 miles. It is a really good deal for what it is, a 2013. They're blocking out the license plate, which is sometimes a little sketchy. There is some dents in it. It needs some brakes, which are not the best to deal with. The windshield is pretty expensive to fix. This one I would consider actually. I'd probably go see this one in person, and it's really up to how the car looks in person. But if it looks good in person, I would for sure buy this one at $1,000 would be great. Here's a Ford Focus. It seems cheap, low miles. The thing is with these Ford Focuses is they really are pretty cheap cars, and there's a lot of them on the market. This one has pretty low miles. It's a newer car. It seems perfectly cleaned up, so there wouldn't really be anything we can fix up. But if we could get it for $2,000, we could definitely sell it for around the $3,000 mark, which they're selling it for, maybe a little more. But we'd have to know exactly what this car's worth. And on these future cars, as we're scrolling, I'll show you how to compare, and we'll also buy some Carfaxes for them to show you what to look for, because then we can actually figure out what its actual price is. So this is the next car I found. It's $1,000. It says it's an okay car. It was crashed. Let's see if there's too much crash damage. These cars with these much damage on them are just not worth fixing. You can see there's an engine light, tons of miles, broken windshield. This one's no for sure. This one, it doesn't have a price, so let's click on it, see if he says what he wants for it. It's in Spanish, but I would just send this guy a quick message and see what he wants for the car since he didn't put a price. And less people will usually click on listings like this, which gives us a chance to get it for a better deal. This one, they didn't put the mileage. Like this one, you could see the mileage, while this one, it's not there. So sometimes I'll just click on these, see if they put the miles in. Yeah, 143,000. It's not worth it, but it's good to look because sometimes you can have really low miles and they're just a good deal. This one, for the price and the miles, it's priced about right. I'm not sure how to read Spanish, but it's probably pretty decent car. It looks like it. It looks really clean. This would be one you'd just try to negotiate down. If you can get it for a good price, all you do is buy it and resell it with doing no work to it. And while I'm looking through these listings, I sorted it to under $10,000, but I'm really looking for the ones around $1,000 to $3,000, sometimes $5,000, because you just can make the most money on them, and they're really easy flips. Like this one, it's $3,000. Let's see. Yeah, when they put in all these things like this, it's usually a dealer or a flipper. And as you can see, they say contact to schedule. It's like too professional, and he's probably flipping this car. So I really wouldn't deal with him. Right here seems like a cheap car. Let's see what's up with it. No issues at all. 1900 oboe, which is or best offer, meaning he will negotiate the price, which is great to see. The paint looks very clean. Let's look through the rest of the pictures. Looks like there could be some minor scratches, minor dents, but it really looks good. It does have one of these plates on it, which is just a paper plate, meaning they probably couldn't get it registered. It's a little sketchy. Maybe they just bought the car. I'm not 100% sure, so you'd have to ask about that and check the Carfax. But this looks like a great price for a great mileage. So we're going to actually compare this with other cars similar to this one and see if this one's actually cheap or if all of these cars are just going for cheap. So all we're going to do is take the car, copy and paste it, and then put it into a new tab in Facebook, search for it, and see what pops up. As you can see, that's our car, the first one, 2,500. You can see a lot of these are, that one's 2,000, 2,500, 1,500, but that one's crazy miles. A lot of these are going for pretty cheap, as you can see, but ours seems to be the best out of all the rest of them. Like ours is 150,000, this one's 185,000. It doesn't look as clean. As you can see, this one's 1,000. Let's click on it and check. Obviously, there's problems. That's the whole thing. So ours right now is a really good deal. The only problem is that plate. And I would buy a Carfax for it, but I'm pretty sure you can't get Carfax for the temporary plates. I'm not actually sure. So what I'd do is ask him for the VIN number of the car and buy a Carfax for it. And as long as the Carfax checks out, I'd go over, ask him about the plate, As long as everything's good, I'd buy this car for sure, and obviously try to negotiate it down, see if I could get it for even cheaper price. Here's a cheap Honda Civic, 135,000 miles. Vehicle runs good, no issues. Auction paperwork, meaning he just bought it and he's just trying to flip it really quick, so it might have some problems and he just hid them. It has no plates. It's not really a good car to buy, so I'll move on to the next one. And when you see cars like this, 2,000 for a 2020, obviously there's something up, 2,000 down, and it's just a dealer selling it. This one says free, it has high miles, but obviously he's not selling it for free. Looking to trade for a truck. So this one, a lot of people aren't gonna message him on because they don't have a truck, but I'd actually message him and see if he would take cash for it, see what price he wants for it, because maybe you could get a good deal that nobody even knows is out there because he didn't put the price on it. This one right here, $1,200 for a 1999, 200,000 miles. Looks to be kind of beat up, but for any car, if it's running in $1,000, it's worth it to buy, and usually you can sell them for $2,000 to $3,000 without really doing anything as long as they're driving fine. The problem with this is there isn't much information on it, so you'd have to talk to the guy and see what's up with the car. But let's just check what it's worth, because these things are probably going for $2,000, $3,000 a lot of the time. Yeah, around 2,000, 3,000. There's some really cheap ones, but obviously they're completely beat up. So this one is not like the best deal ever, but it's definitely better than some other cars out there. Here's another one, 2000 Nissan Altima. Don't know Spanish, but it doesn't look like he said anything bad in Spanish. As you can see, the faded paint, but it does have low miles. It probably has 200,000 and he just wrote 20,000. He forgot a zero. A lot of people do that. And the only other thing I notice is if we check right over here, you can see the sticker is green, which means it was in 2022. So you're gonna have to pay like 3 years of registration on it, or you're gonna have to do some stuff to get the registration taken off, which really isn't worth doing. And so I always look at the sticker color. That can save you some serious money, and you usually want to buy ones that are only a year old or brand new. This one on ones over 2010 for $2,000. Sometimes they can be good deals. Seems to be in pretty good condition for what it is. I would for sure message this guy, try and negotiate it. A lot of this is about negotiating and seeing if you could get it down to $1,000, $1,500. And then it's just like a no-brainer to buy and just resell. Maybe you just fix up a couple things, like the bumper's not perfectly on there. Oh, that fender's quite messed up in the bumper. It's probably in an accident. See, I missed that at first, so I wouldn't buy this car. I don't like to deal with those type of ones. PT Cruiser for $1,100. As you can see, there's a lot of really cheap cars that are all from the Mexicans, but that's just how it goes. This one seems pretty good. The one thing I would say is you always look at the seat covers, because usually it's ripped under the seat covers. So I always ask them if the seats are ripped, or I'll just go in person and lift them up and look under there. But this one, for the price and the miles, it's a high mileage. It's definitely worth it. But these P2 Cruisers, let's see what they're going for, because usually they aren't going for too high of a price and you can't make that much on them. 3,500, 2,000, 1,900, 3,900. As you can see, they aren't like crazy high price, but you definitely could make a profit on it. Another really cheap Suzuki. It's salvage title. I don't like to deal with salvage title. It needs radiator, water pump. So it looks like he doesn't know exactly what it needs. It has faded paint. It's a weird brand. Looks, I wouldn't really deal with this car. There's nothing 100% standout that says like, don't buy me. But there's better deals out there to go buy. Nissan Pathfinder for $1,200. I didn't think the miles were too bad. $1,000, I got the number wrong, or best offer, so he'd sell it like for sure for $700, and you probably could get even better. The tires look new. The only thing I see about this, obviously the miles are high, but for $1,000, $500, it doesn't even really matter because you can make a profit on it. But what I do see is, as you're going through all the pictures, see all the cars around. I'm not sure if those are his personal cars or if he's just in a parking lot, but sometimes when there's cars all around like that, they're his other cars that he's flipping or reselling. We usually don't like to buy from other flippers. I like to be 100%, make the car nice, but some flippers will just destroy the cars, and like you'll get it and the check engine light will be cleared and there'll be all sorts of stuff once you buy it that just goes wrong and you're gonna have to fix them. Moving on, we'll keep looking for the cheaper cars, and like look at this one, $700 for a car. That's crazy price. I don't know, but it says transmission, so it probably has a transmission, probably doesn't drive. We don't want it. But cars like this, if you get them for like $200, maybe $300, you could resell them to a junkyard and just get $600 for it if you wanted. Toyota Camry, pretty good miles, pretty good price. The registration's 2026. The paint's pretty horrible, but Toyota Camrys, everyone loves them. Everyone will buy them because they just know they're reliable. The only problem with this is the paint is destroyed, so I'd watch out for that, but we still can buy this and kind of make it look nicer and resell it for maybe, Let's see what they're going for. So they're going for 1,500, 2,000, 4,000, 3,000, around there. Maybe this one has bad paint, so you'd probably only get like 2,500 for it. So you'd have to negotiate it down a bit. But what I do want to check is its license plate, because with the license plate, we can get a Carfax. So I'm going to buy a Carfax for it and see what it says. As you can see, the Carfax retail value is right around where we said it was going to be around. I wouldn't always trust this price, but it's a good thing to go off of. And right away, we see there's an accident reported, which is not the best to see, but for these cheap cars, you can see there's multiple accidents. They just don't matter as much because people don't care. If they can just get a cheap running and driving car, they'll be happy. It crashed right when they bought it, basically. That's not good. And just looking over it, I'm quickly looking, you can see there's not that many maintenance records. There's a ton of owners, 7 owners. And this guy, he's just passed emissions, so he just bought it and he's doing his own work to it, which is kind of sketchy. And usually they aren't fixed as well as if they got like it actually fixed by places. Like here, you can see it was all serviced and maintained all nice. But now when he got it, it's not maintained. So this car we don't want. And we're going to have to go on to the next one. Ford Bronco, 1989. These things are like collectibles almost, so people will pay more for them. Just depends. 4x4, which everyone loves to hear. Everyone always is looking for it. He does say non-op, so it does have a problem. Wants to get it going. I don't have time or space. Fuel regulators. He names all these things that he tried to replace to fix it, and he still couldn't fix it. You can see there's a crack in the windshield. With these cars where people try and fix them up and they just can't fix them, usually it's not too good to buy. The paint and stuff looks good, but they probably replaced all this stuff. They still can't fix it. So when you get it, you might not be able to fix it unless you really know what you're doing. 23K miles, it's probably wrong. You could just look at it and see like the license plate itself is all messed up. The paint actually looks pretty good. The wheels are pretty rusty and old. I bet it has 230,000 miles if we were to ask him. Here's a Mercedes for $2,000. Has no description really. One picture, there's nothing much about it. He hit the license plate. So this one I would just move on. But people don't like Mercedes because they think they break down. But if it's not broken down right now, you can resell it and be completely fine as long as there's not a ton of problems. Here's a Jeep, 160,000 miles, oboe. So maybe you could get it for $1,500. And people like Jeeps. It looks like a nice car. It's an SUV, which people love. They'll pay more for. It's not the best deal. Let's see what they're going for. So let's see. They are going for 3,500. So you can see they're kind of all over. They go up, they go down. It does seem like a good price for what it is. I would negotiate it. As long as there's nothing wrong with it, this actually could be a really good deal. So all we're gonna do is look for the plate. Where is it at? There we go. And with the plate, we're gonna buy a Carfax and see if there's anything wrong. The first thing I notice is it's already expired, so you're gonna have to pay for it to get registration, or the next person will that buys it from you. And with these Carfaxes, it's like so important to get a Carfax on these cars once you decide if you want it or not. Like this one, you can see the damage reported, airbag deployed. I mean, obviously it was crashed. Like, look at this. There's 3 accidents on it. Front, side, this one we don't know where it was, and we'll just scroll through it. But I'll always buy a Carfax on every car before I end up buying it, because it'll show you a lot of things. Sometimes it's an accident, sometimes the mileage was rolled back, so they're just lying about the mileage, or the listing will say 1 mileage, while on here it'll say a different mileage. And just looking through it didn't have the best records. You can see the guy just bought it less than a year ago, and he's already reselling it, and he got it in a crash. So if we go back to the picture, because it did seem like it had a lot of crashes, looks like they all got fixed up, which is good, but it's not the best. So going back to the Carfax, the only thing I would say is when you're reselling, accidents don't matter as much, but there can be some serious problems. So I'll always look through the Carfax. And if you want a free Carfax, just click the link in the description and I'll send you one. On this car, I'd actually consider buying it if I got it for a good price. All right, let's check this car. $1,500, 2012. Doesn't seem like it has any problems. I can't read it Spanish. I would check it out if I was actually consider buying it. As you can see, the bumper's all destroyed. It's disconnected. It's slightly different color, so it's probably already repainted. Like there's some headlights. They don't really show any interior pictures, which is not the best because the seats can be ripped up. This one for 150,000 miles and $1,500, it could definitely be a good deal. And all you do is just repaint like this little section and attach the bumper back on. For today, that's all the cars we're gonna go over. But if you wanna see me continue looking for more cars, check out this video where I do the exact same thing and show you even more deals, share even more tips. And as always, I'm wishing you a lucky day.